when I was asked to do Bombay, I was little apprehensive. I was not wise back then, let me tell you that. And so there was a lot of norms in the Bollywood those days, like you can't, and a heroine cannot do a mother's role, otherwise a heroine will be typecasted forever as a mother. I had a huge sty on my eye and I was thinking the shooting will get cancelled. The thought behind of the song itself was quite philosophical. Baba after 20 years has become a super hit.
एक गाना दुनिया बदल सकता है. कहाँ है ये गाना?
I believe in music, absolutely. And I believe in magic.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning more than 3 decades. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends! Discover the top take as we uncover the wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this musical moment of the day. 99 Songs. The first film produced and co-written by A.R. Rahman. Story of a struggling singer who wants to be a music composer. The film is a musician's quest to discover himself, his purpose and passion. Besides the lead actors Ehan Bhatt and Dil Se Vargas, the film had an unusual cast. Singer and musician Remo Fernandez. Music composer Rahul Ram of Indian Ocean. Ranjit Barot, music composer, drummer and a long-time associate of A.R. Rahman. In other key roles, the film featured Lisa Ray and Manisha Koirala.
म्यूजिक इस दुनिया का एक आखिरी बचा हुआ जादू है.
Music is the last remaining magic in this world. Besides it being a dialogue in the film 99 Songs, how much do you believe it to be true?
It's not surprising that A.R. Rahman sir has produced this film and the dialogue is such a beautiful concept. And I believe in music, absolutely. And I believe in magic. So yes, why not?
म्यूजिक इस दुनिया का एक आखिरी बचा हुआ जादू है.
When Mr. Rahman approached you for 99 Songs, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, when somebody and A.R. Rahman sir, then the director, they approached me, I was very thrilled because I had seen the posters of 99 Song on the Twitter and I knew that it's A.R. Rahman sir's first production. So I was thrilled to be part of it.
Released in Hindi, Tamil and Telugu, 99 Songs has 14 songs. For its soundtrack, Rahman collaborated with Randy Kerber, American composer and keyboard player who played for films like Titanic, A Beautiful Mind and La La Land, and Budapest Scoring Orchestra that combines centuries of musical heritage of Hungary. The first Indian soundtrack album to use Dolby Atmos technology.
To position sounds all around you.
The music of 99 Songs was released by Sony Music.
As an actor, how did you react to its music?
I loved it. I loved, I think, to be very honest, I have loved A.R. Rahman's music because it was different from the Roja days. And he comes out with new forms of music, new ways of songs. And so, since then I've been his fan, his music's fan. And in 99 Song also, he's done marvelous music, so it was beautiful.
Bombay, Manisha's first film in Tamil. Also the first film when she had to perform to the music of A.R. Rahman. In her early 20s, Bombay presented her as a mother of twins, an absolute no-no for a heroine in Hindi films.
How did Bombay happen to you? How come an actor born in Nepal, a newcomer with no support in film industry, landed such a major role in a Tamil movie?
The thing is, somewhere I feel human effort matters a lot, but at the same time I feel there's something called destiny, something called God's will, which is unexplained, and sometimes there is no rationale to it. When one looks into this thing, how did a girl from Nepal who had no support system in Mumbai film industry also got in movies here, and not only one movie that one Saudagar, but I continued getting movies. I continued getting love from the filmmakers, and they started taking me, and the audience started loving me. Media started loving me. Of course, its own share of ups and downs, but when you look at from that perspective, it seems unusual. But when I was doing, then it didn't feel unusual. I felt like any newcomer. I felt like I came to Bombay with the thinking that, can I make it? Can I not make it? Will people accept me? Will people like my work? Will I be good enough? Can I compete with so many great, gorgeous actors and people? Will I be able to stand out? All those things. I had no clue, but I went along with that, and one after the other, good filmmakers kept on choosing me, and Bombay also, for that matter. I remember I got an offer of Bombay, but I had heard the music, but I had not seen the film Roja. But I knew that Roja was a big hit. But when I was asked to do Bombay, I was little apprehensive. I was not wise back then, let me tell you that. And so there was a lot of norms in the Bollywood those days, like a heroine cannot do a mother's role, otherwise a heroine will be typecasted forever as a mother. And there's so many things which was there. So and I used to listen to those, because those are the people who come and tell you that. But there was one person, Ashok Mehta ji, who fired me, and he said, Beta, what are you doing? Do you know the kind of filmmaker he is? Do you know the level of good work he has continuously churned up, continuously made, and his last film was a commercially big success too. So you are an idiot if you refuse this film. And that jolted me. I said, oh. Then I went to Mumbai, Mom and me went to Chennai, and we did a photo shoot and the look test, and that's when it was decided that I will play Shaila Bano in that film. And I was really, really happy I did that film, because the whole story ends with the people coming together despite the divisiveness, despite the trouble. People saying enough is enough now, we have to hold each other and we have to walk together, and I like the philosophy of the film. So I was glad I did that.
While you were shooting for Bombay, I believe you wanted to meet Mr. Rahman. You specially requested for it. What made you do that?
Because I felt I was Rosa's music fan, and I had heard Bombay's music also little bit. So I was very keen to know who's this young maverick, who's churning up. Rahman sir had actually, he had a lot of fan following in Bombay film industry by then. lot of journalists, lot of my friends are saying, oh, if you're going to do the Bombay, you have to meet him and you have to. So it was almost like a fangirl sort of a thing.
Mr. Rahman keeps working on a song till the film gets released. It means you shoot on a song that's not final. For actors, how challenging it is to decide on their expressions or emote to an incomplete song. How do you prepare?
So there are 3-4 questions in one question. Basically, what I feel is that any creative person continues to work, continues to improvise till it's delivered. Because I feel sometimes, I don't have that, sometimes that kind of a pushing drive. But I've seen that with most of the geniuses, most of people who are exceptionally good in their work, they are working till the last minute. So I think that's what I keep on consistently seeing that, number one. Number two, I feel that to emote, to perform in a good song is easier than to perform or emote in a average song. So whenever I get a good song or good music, it's not difficult. It doesn't get difficult. And also when I'm performing as an actor, we always keep in mind what the character is, what is the narrative of the story is, how we have to stay true to the character and the narrative.
What memories do you have of shooting Kehna Hi Kya?
I do have memories of Kehna Hi Kya. I think we shot in Mysore or one of the areas that we had gone, and I remember that I had a huge sty on my eye. And I was thinking the shooting will get cancelled and all that, and but no, I think Rajiv Menon was the DOP that time, and I explained to him this is what I have in my, there was a big sty in my eyes, but he just asked me to put some makeup, and he said, don't worry, I'll take it. And nobody notices a sty in my eye. So that I feel when you're working with the entire team, which is excellent, they churn out good things despite all the roadblocks.
Ui Re or Tu Hi Re, the iconic song that details the excruciating pain of separation, dilemma of lovers from different religions. The song was shot at the largest fort of Kerala, Bekal Fort.
Tu Hi Re was a very difficult song, and there was one chunk where rest of the places were fine, I think, but there was one chunk which was actually two places which was extremely difficult. One was on the rocks, and the sea hits on the rocks and big splash comes and all that. That was pretty dangerous. But somehow we managed to shoot that, and we got it right, and everything was okay. The other place was, I don't know which area that was. We were in thick of jungle, and they were full of leeches. So if you walk one step, also little distance, also leeches would be all over your leg. And I had to wear that skirt, that blue skirt, and I had to run through the jungle, full of leeches and all that. So a lot of difficulty, you know. But then you find mechanism. We were told you put salt. We were, you know, somehow we put the boots, and I mean we figured out how to navigate in a tough situation.
The theme track of Bombay introduced Mr. Rahman to the world. When you were shooting riot sequences, was this track played for actors to perform?
No, it wasn't played during the shoot. I don't think it was played during the shoot. But Bombay track became my favorite track. I think it became a favorite to most of the people in the world. Amazing track. It was soulful. First of all, Bombay's music is very soulful. I find Satrangi Re extremely soulful, and the track is act of genius. I think masterstroke.
A year before Bombay, another milestone in Manisha's career, 1942, A Love Story. The last film composed by R.D. Burman. Rahman and R.D. Burman, two prolific, timeless composers, both much ahead of their times.
If you were to define these two great composers, how will you do that?
I think it will be very unfair to compare both the music, because honestly, I think, I love 1942 songs. I mean, there is something that I have personally, because we had a last conversation with Ardida. We threw Jackie and me, Aisha, Jackie and me threw a party after we finished 1942 shooting on the set, which was a built big set in Film City, and so Aisha and me decided to throw a party, and that's the time Ardida had come, and I think after that party, next day or after 2 days, he passed away. But we had this conversation, and he was so thrilled that his music was releasing, because there was a gap that his music had not released or not done well or something like that. But he knew that he had done a masterstroke in 1942 songs. So we had this very warm conversation with him, and it's like I'll always have that as one of my cherished memories, cherished warm conversation with the genius. So I have a personal attachment to 1942 songs. But at the same time, Rahman sir's music during Bombay is great, it's beautiful, it's haunting. I will never be able to say which one is better, with this one is better or that one is better. I will never be able to say, because both are very precious to me, and both on its own right stands tall in all times to come. It'll be favorite of generations.
After Bombay, Mani Ratnam chose Manisha again in Dil Se. A rare album. Song by song, with every note, Rahman explores the exuberance and despondence of passion. All the songs are considered masterpieces. Dil Se became the first Indian film to enter the top 10 in UK's box office charts. It was a super hit in Japan, but performed rather poorly in India. Yet, 2 decades after its release in 1998, Dil Se has acquired a cult following. Set against the backdrop of insurgency in northeastern India, Manisha plays the complex role of a terrorist. Outwardly reserved and shy, but internally harassed, hardened, and ready to explode.
Do you ever ask Mr. Mani Ratnam that what made him decide to repeat you after Bombay?
See, I knew that I was shooting in Chennai those days, and I was supposed to do Ram Gopal Varma's movie. I've forgotten the name. And Mani sir called me, and Mani sir said, "Manisha, will you do Dil Se?" For me, honestly, Mani sir is Mani sir. I mean, I've kept him in a pedestal throughout, and I had enjoyed working with him in Bombay. And so when he asked me, without thinking too much, I dropped Ramu. I asked Ramu, "Can you push the dates?" He said he can't. Then I said, "Okay, then I'm choosing Mani sir, and I'm going ahead with doing Dil Se." And I remember during the first meeting itself with Mani sir, he had said, Manisha, you're going to be playing a terrorist, but I don't want a typical how you show in cinema, that kind of a terrorist. I want to bring a normal girl, if her circumstances makes her a terrorist, so how would you play that? Not like that evil eyes, and not with that this thing. What if a good girl turns terrorist? Can you do that? It was very difficult for me to fathom initially, and I thought it was really challenging, because it's easier if it's black and white. It's easier to perform because okay, this is the what I have to perform, this is what I have to perform. But when you have to navigate and make it, a little tough, so I kind of said, I can, provided you guide me through the process. And he did, consistently he was there, and, so, and Dil Se happened.
Produced by Mani Ratnam, Ram Gopal Varma and Shankar Kapoor, Dil Se won 2 national awards. Santosh Sivan for cinematography, H. Sridhar for audiography. The film also won 6 Filmfare Awards. Gulzar won Filmfare for his poetic lyrics, and Rahman for the film's spectacular music. A soundtrack of epic proportion that required unusual imagery and choreography. No wonder shooting those songs, be it on a train or a difficult terrain of Ladakh, was no child's play.
Honestly, Satrangi was a beautiful song. Shooting in Ladakh is a pleasure. It's lovely. I love the landscape of Ladakh. I have done a lot of photography over there, and so I enjoy being in Ladakh. It's difficult because of the lesser oxygen levels and all that weather. But I guess we had taken enough rest, and we had taken all the precautions and everything. So I don't recall it being very challenging. I felt it was, everybody was geared up to do a good work, because there's a good song there with a good director, with a good actor, everybody was around there. So I think all of us were geared up to do a good job. I remember a lot of excitement in terms of how to get it right and how to do it right, rather than it being a challenge.
How challenging was it for you to interpret this song as an actor? Because your character was that of a terrorist who is a woman and perhaps is also in love. But she seems to be living out her fantasies in this song.
Satrangi is basically 7 stages of love. I mean, first stage, second stage, and then at the end it's a death, whatever thing, So I guess the interpretation, the thought behind of the song itself was quite philosophical, quite, and the way they shot also, all white and in the snow, and Shah Rukh dying on my lap, and that whole thing was quite poetic. So I remember all of us, trying to match the song, trying to get it right, and the Mani sir's vision and Rahman sir's music, we actors were trying to get it right.
The song Dil Se Re appears to be a romantic song, but it's a mix of love and terrorism. For such songs, actors really have to surrender to the music composer and director's vision. While shooting, nothing is clear, it evolves during the post-production. How challenging was it to understand its intent and perform?
Well, I think, honestly, we were shooting that song, I think, in Dalhousie, and it was winters. So we were just trying to do a good job, and we were just trying to follow the choreographer and, Mani sir's vision. So, yeah. It's the same thing what we did in Satrangi, same thing in Dil Se Re and all that.
Bombay or Dil Se? Which is your favorite album?
Dil Se's music was good. The Chaya Chaya became the most popular sung and people danced to it and all that. The music was a super hit anyways. Honestly, my favorite is Bombay. The songs of Bombay is my favorite. Tu Hi Re is my favorite. And Bombay's theme is my favorite.
1996, Indian. Manisha Koirala's first film with S. Shankar, one of India's most prolific directors. Indian won 3 national awards. It was India's official entry as the best foreign language film for Oscars. Music by Rahman became a major hit not only in Tamil but also in Hindi. More than 25 lakh copies were sold in a matter of few days. Indian broke all box office records and became the highest grossing Tamil film till then. It was also the most expensive Indian film at that time. Producers spared no expense, be it on technology or locations. A duet between Manisha and Kamal Haasan was shot in Australia for more than 15 days.
Yeah, I enjoyed working in South completely. I've had a great run working with talented actors, talented directors, talented everybody, and so during that film also it was really nice. We went to Australia to do film shooting, Kamalji and me. Had great different locations. Sometimes we were running with kangaroos and and sometimes we were on top of the harbour bridge and but it was fun. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Another iconic song in this film was Telephone Manipur or Telephone Dhun Mein in Hindi. This song defined Mr. Rahman's style during those days.
Yeah, it was fun song. It was beaty, it was fun and a lot of dance movements and it was kind of, we could see the influence of Shankar Garu in that music because probably Shankar Garu had told Rahman sir ki it's going to be shot in Australia, it's going to be danced with 10 or 20 dancers and all that. So it was peppy and nice and lively song.
Mr. Shankar and Mr. Mani Ratnam, both extremely successful yet very different as filmmakers. Do you think Mr. Rahman's music for a Shankar film is very different from that of a film of Mr. Mani Ratnam? For Shankar, it's playful, and for Mr. Mani Ratnam, it's always very soulful. What do you say?
No, that's true. It's always, I think everybody, because director is the captain of the ship and he knows how he wants to tell the story. So when he brings in people who can execute his vision. So everybody has to work according to that. I think likewise Rahman sir also came into the picture and he would make some different kind of a music for Shankar because Shankar Garu would be having different vision and different style. And Mani sir would be having a different vision and different style altogether. So he would have to blend in according to the director's narrative.
Mudhalwan, also made in Hindi as Nayak. Directed by Shankar, Manisha was paired with Arjun, also known as Action King. A major box office hit. For its music, Rahman won Filmfare and Tamil Nadu State Film Award as Best Music Director.
Mudhalwan we shot mostly in interiors of South villages and all I remember was a lot of mustard fields and remote villages where I would have probably never gone, but we were shooting and Shankar Garu has a different style. He has a more fun element to it. He wants to bring new element in the same different ways. So his vision is, he's always trying to show something new to the audience, so he's consistently working at shocking the audience or showing them something new, or same old thing, but how do we package it differently. So he's tuned in with that, and I have enjoyed working with him.
Baba, released in 2002, Manisha was paired with Rajinikanth. Rahman recorded its music while working on Bombay Dreams in London. The film didn't impress the theatre goers, but over the years, the film gained cult following. 20 years later, Baba was re-edited, reduced by 30 minutes, digitally mastered, and re-released in December 2022.
In Baba, you were with Mr. Rajinikanth. Was there anything left to be achieved after that?
Honestly, this is so funny that, yesterday I was telling at my shoot that Baba after 20 years has become a super hit. And Baba probably was my last big Tamil film or South film, because it flopped so badly those days. It was such a huge disaster, and we all were heartbroken, and me especially. I was working with Rajni sir, and he's a legend, he's a living legend. He's such a larger than life character. So it used to be, I don't know now about the younger generation actresses, but back then to work with Rajni sir was the it, and so a lot of expectation was there with that film. When it flopped, I thought my career in South films has gone completely, and it did in a way. Before Baba, I was doing multiple good South films, but after Baba flopped, I stopped getting offers. So it was pretty saddening, because I loved South film industry a lot. I love the discipline, I love their respect, dignity, all that. So but strangely they have re-released the film, and today it's a big massive hit, which is unheard of. So Rajni sir can never give a flop. It's like whether it's after 20 years or after 50 years, it's like his films are going to be forever hit. And so and he's such a kind man to work with. He's such a good man to work with.
Hello.
Hey you.
What memory do you have of working with Mr. Rajinikanth?
See, sir, I've always been in awe of him. How can I not be in awe of him? All of us have seen and heard only good things about him. When I was working with him also, he's so humble, so down to earth, so simple, and he's such a big star. So I carry a lot of good memories working with him, and I have a deep respect for him, because when Baba flopped, I got to know that he had returned, because the heroes get 1,000 times much more money than the heroines do, right? And he returned all of it. Apparently, I was told in his office there were queues of distributors and people who had given money, who had lost money because Baba flopped. He called them all and he returned one by one to all of them. You don't get to hear these stories, and to know that somebody did that was a huge eye opener, and I started respecting him a lot.
You have performed on many songs by Mr. Rahman. Which was the most difficult?
I have enjoyed working in Rahman sir's music. I can't think of it being difficult. Anything good becomes easy. When it's bad song, it becomes difficult. So it was, I wouldn't say it was a pleasure working in his songs.
Which is your favorite Rahman song?
If I have to choose one or two songs, see, I love Roja Jane Man, that song. Roja Jane Man. That one I love, love, love. I love Tu Hi Re. I love Bombay's theme. And I also love Jai Ho. I love Jai Ho. Aisha, Jackie and me threw a party after we finished 1942 shooting on the set, which was a built big set in Film City. And so Aisha and me decided to throw a party, and that's the time Ardida had come. And I think after that party, next day or after 2 days, he passed away. But we had this conversation, and he was so thrilled that his music was releasing, because there was a gap that his music had not released or not done well or something like that. But he knew that he had done a masterstroke in 1942 songs. So we had this very warm conversation with him, and it's like I'll always have that as one of my cherished memories, cherished warm conversation with the genius.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.